That's not straight. That's better. All right. Let me see if we all okay. Cause y'all know, we're not. Wait. We all right? We're not. Wait. Okay, we are good. We good. Levels is good. Levels is good. Levels is good. Sheesh. Y'all know, man, this the audio game has turned into a real game. How y'all feeling? Urban Therapy with Sun 752, and this your daily. It's the daily go-getter-mism show. You think it ain't when it is? You think it won't when it is? We are here and we are in motion. We do this thing, taking off fast lane, no coasting, and everything is gonna be all right. We talking about in love with what you are instead of who you are tonight. In love with what they are instead of who they are. What y'all know about clout chasing? What y'all know about only dating somebody? It's not that they're not good looking, but you really just want to be with them because they somebody. They might be an actor. They might be an actress. They might be a singer. They might be a rapper. They might be your boss. They might make 6 or 7 figures. They might be the it person in high school. They might have been the prom queen or king. They might have been a whole lot of things that you saw the value in, and so you wanted to be with them, mainly because everybody else wanted to be with them. A straight clout chasing move. But what happens when the clout chaser gets the bag? What happens when you chase the clout and get the clout? What do you do with the clout? What do you do with the clout? See, it's Throwback Thursday. Let's get real about relationships Thursday on the Daily Go-Getterism Show. I'm your host, Sun 752, aka Omar with the. And if you can't say Omar with the, well, then you just say Omar with the R. This is the Daily Go-Getterism Show. I'm feeling like a real man should, and I hope y'all feeling like real men and women should as well. So we're talking about in love with what they are instead of who they are. In love with what they are, what they can do, what they represent, instead of how they treat you, what they bring to the table, how they make you feel. I mean, if you shallow or your values are low or dependent upon something transactional, then I guess it's not that big of a deal for you to saddle up to somebody, get close to somebody, warm up to somebody, because you like what they represent. You like what they look like to other people. You like what they look like to other people. You like what they represent to other people. What up, y'all? Let me say what's up to my peoples. What up, T. Carey? Right, morning, noon, and night. It's always great to have my peoples going directly into your site. And also, Cheryl Halsey all up in the house. What's going on, my? Good to see me, some of you. Always, each and every time. And also, Rich. What up, Rich? What's good? What's good? Tell him, Rich, tell him. And my man Jay Sloan up in the house. My man Jay Sloan is all up in the house. Well, see, this clout chasing thing, so Rich says, gotta be real. I don't understand the poll question. That's okay. What I'm saying is, you know, what the poll question is asking is, have you ever dated somebody because they was the shit to everybody else and not you? Have you ever dated somebody because, you know, maybe they were a ball player, or maybe they was just the prettiest girl in school? Nothing wrong with being attracted to the prettiest girl in school, but you may have really only wanted to be with her because you saw everybody else wanting to be with her. And that made you want to be with her. Like, that raised your stock. Like, oh, he bagged that. He bagged that one? Oh. And it could have been you. You could have been the it guy around your way, getting it in, doing the damn thing. And you may have seen how somebody was really trying to get next to you, and you probably could feel, if you ever been in this situation, you could probably feel that it wasn't that they was really feeling you. Not that they weren't feeling you, but you could tell. It's like dating somebody just for money. It's like dating somebody that you know has money because they're going to give you some money. They're not really interested or you're not really interested in them, or they're not really interested in you. They're trying to get the bag. You're trying to get to the bag, baby. You know what I mean? Niggas been doing this shit, picking up chicks with cars. The car game. Okay, so as we proceed to give you what you need, y'all be talking crazy shit. It's cool. It's cool. Robbie Robin Ming, what's going on? My good to see me. Some of you always good to see you, Robbie Rob. That's what's up. That's what's up. But wait a minute. Okay, all right, I got you. All right. Robin Ming says, no, I'm African American. My grandfather was Chinese. Well, ain't that some shit? I've always wondered about that. All right. Tom says, pick up the call. No, not picking up the call yet. I pick up the call when I'll let you know when it's okay to call in. Not, you don't just interrupt me because you want to put on your little trolling type of, look, you're calling right now. Nobody can hear you. You're in my peripheral vision. Like, I'm not fucking with you. You get none until I say so. So welcome to the Daily Go Get 'Emism show, where you're not in control of shit. I don't know where you are or how you get down at wherever you are in the world, but you don't control nothing. I'ma do something. You might think I'm nothing, but I know I'm something. Okay, now that we have this established, you said, I'm not trolling, dude. Then if you're not trolling, then you can wait. Be patient. Don't make me mad. Or you won't be calling, won't be in the chat. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to be vindictive tonight. I'm trying to listen, I got a lot going on. I'm sure you have a lot going on too, but be patient. You can call in when I tell you that it's time for you to call in. Right now is not the time. Right now, I'm going to put away my drums. I'm going to put away but in the meantime, hit the like button. Or, Tom, you might want to hit the dislike button. It's okay. It still works the same way. It works the same way, trust. Trust me. Hit the like button, y'all. I'm not going to sell y'all nothing tonight. I'm not going to ask you for no money. Not that I don't need any, but I'm not going to try to sell you anything or ask you for anything except for you to hit the like button. Press on the screen twice. If you're listening on your PC, you know what to do with the mouse. Move that thing right over to that thumbs up and click that thing. Click that thing. You can sub if you want to. You can join if you want to. Whatever you want to do. We're going to be here every night because we always are. We always are. You up for debate? What does that even mean? Listen, we're going to talk about the topic tonight. So I don't know if you're coming with your own agenda, but what we're going to talk about tonight is in love with what you are instead of who you are. That's what we're going to talk about tonight. So let's get started with that. All right. So y'all know what I'm talking about. From the time that y'all were probably in elementary school to middle school and definitely high school, you saw people clout chasing all the time. You know what I mean? Chicks getting with athletes, the basketball players, the football players, whoever was popping. And sometimes it was just to say that you were with them. You know what I mean? You may have done the same thing. Oh, I need to get with a cheerleader. Them chicks. I saw it a lot in college. college was interesting because now we're all adults. We're all adults, and you see people clout chasing for kind of peculiar reasons. Like, I was never able to get over the whole, like, so you like this dude because he's in a fraternity, because he's a Sigma, or because he's a Q, or because he's a Kappa, or because he's an Alpha, but not if he's a Groove 5 Groove. They don't get no. I don't know. So yeah. Good looking out, Rich. Thanks for the super chat. Appreciate you. I appreciate you. But yeah, college was kind of weird. I'm like, so you going to get this dude some ass because he's a stepper? I'm like, okay, all right. All right, you know what I mean? Values are values. Whatever was going on at the time, they was doing what they do. But you know, in college, chicks wanted to be with a dude who had letters. That was their thing. Shout out to all of the fraternities, the Greek, the non-Pan-Hellenic Council, whatever, the black fraternities, the black Greek fraternities, what we got? The Alphas, Sigmas, Qs, and the Kappas. Then you got the AKAs, the Delta Sigma Theta, Sigma Gamma Rho, and Zeta Phi Beta. Shout out to all y'all. Shout out to all y'all. Shout out to all y'all. You doing your thing. So anyway, so it may have started when you were young, but it still goes on today. Why do you think that all of these celebrities be making all of this money just for hooking up with another celebrity? They getting paid off of that. But social media definitely promoted that type of shit. So you probably don't make any money by just getting with your woman or your man, but they get money just for being with each other because that generates revenue, because it gets their streaming, their promotion, thing down, and it turns into actual cash money for them. I ain't mad at them, but is it real, Flash? Is it real? I'm not sure that any of the public celebrity romances have ever been really real. I'm not sure. It seems to me like the celebrity relationships that were really real were the ones that they didn't talk about a lot, or that didn't allow the relationships that they details, the relationship details to be out in the public. That's how it seemed to me. Now, I could be wrong because I'm not looking as much as other people be looking. What up, Mariah? What's good? How you feeling, man? Good to see me some you. Tom says college is the most primitive environment you can ever be in. You sure? Did you go? Because that don't sound like somebody. That doesn't really sound like somebody who went. You know what I mean? It's an opinion. It's an opinion. You know what I'm saying? Will Smith and Jada and Beyonce and Jay-Z. Yeah, I guess. I ain't gonna lie. I've had questions about. I You know what? I'm gonna concede that. You're right. You're right. You're right. Let me just say this though. I don't respect either one of those. I was a Jay-Z fan. I guess you could say I'm a Jay-Z fan. You can definitely say that. You can say I'm a Beyonce fan. Not like a Beehive type of Beyonce fan, but I don't really give a fuck about celebrity relationships. I mean, when I say I don't give a fuck, I be like, yo, don't come around me talking about that. Cause I ain't the TMZ watching type. I've never watched Love and Hip Hop. Real Wives of it. I've never watched that shit. I can't do it. I can't do it. You know what I mean? I can't do it. But it's all good. Everybody has their thing. Everybody has their thing. Their marriage is a business. Is a business deal. And it looks like a business deal to me. It looks like a business deal to me. What's up, Adams? What's up? What's up, Adam? You said I can't see you? You got to look closer. Turn up the contrast on your device. I don't know. Shirley, look, I can see you. Shirley, the world's most precious and greatest pearl in the world. Shirley, the world's most precious and greatest pearl in the world. All right, so let's get into this thing. Look, it's Throwback Thursday. Let's get real about relationships Thursday. We are talking about in love with what you are and not who you are. So I'm sure that each and every one of y'all have seen a situation like this, where you've seen somebody try to get with somebody or get with somebody, not really because they was feeling them, not really because they were really liking them, enthralled with them, enamored with them, smitten with them, but because they liked the sound of me and them are together. Like, I got them. It's like a conquest type of thing. It's a conquest. I bagged that. I caught her. She was just a fish swimming. She was just swimming. And I took the hook with the bait. Got her. Look, y'all, got the biggest, prettiest fish out of all y'all. I got her. Is she nice to you? Not really. Does she treat you nice? Not really. Does she even look the way in private that she looks in front of everybody? Maybe. Maybe not. Could be. Maybe. Velcro beard? Okay, let me get a little closer so you can see the Velcro beard. Yeah, I just shaped my shit up today. Look at that line. That line straight is 6 o'clock, baby. That line straight 6 o'clock, baby. I hate to have to do this shit, especially for niggas. But y'all, you know what I mean? Oh, you know what? I'm glad I'm close up. Like, check this out, y'all. For all of y'all who be wondering, like, yo, I know his beard fake because his eyebrows ain't gray. Well, looky here. Look at that one little gray hair. So maybe my eyebrows are getting ready to cross over. You know what I mean? Look, just one joint. And he like to stand out too. Wait, I got another one over here. Yeah. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? Oh, in case y'all think there's eyeliner in here, no. This from years of rubbing my eyes and shit. You know what I'm saying? This from years of rubbing my eyes, baby. You know what I mean? I used to be light around the eyes. Now I'm dark. So Leah, put all the makeup rumors to bed, man. I'm 55 years old. I ain't never wore makeup. I've been in productions and still wouldn't wear makeup. God is my witness. I'm like, no, I'm a black man. I shouldn't need makeup. The camera loves me. And I believe it's true. Carson, crispy. I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. Unk taking the rage bait. Nah, it ain't about rage bait. I just like to show and prove. No, you crossing over. No, eat a dick. You cross over. Cross over, eat a dick. Eat an AIDS dick and die. That's what you do. Welcome to the show. Fuck you. Welcome to the show. Thanks for coming through. Fuck you. You know what I mean? That's that bipolar shit. Eat a dick. Pussy. All right. Float worldwide. Peel the beard off. They like, fuck that up close proof. I still don't believe you. Steve Harvey beard having ass. Shout out. Get the fuck out of here. Ain't nobody saying that dumbass shit. What's that? Hurt boy Kel. What up? What up? What up? Robbie Rob says, why are you proving anything to these dummies? Cause motherfuckers talk shit. You know what I'm saying? Says stop flexing that chain on us. This is silver. I'm not flexing no chain. What y'all gonna say next? The chain is fake. This is not platinum. This is a silver chain. It's dope. I think it's dope. It's real dope. You know what I'm saying? Custom. This guy's hilarious. Nah, fuck that. Fuck that. We about to get into this thing. Better Choice Productions. What up? What up? What up? Thanks for coming through, y'all. Please do me one favor. Please hit the like button. Hit the like button. We are getting started. In love with what they are instead of who they are. In love with what they are, not who they are. So if you've ever gotten a new job and just got a new job with like a career job and you got enough money, your credit score was like 7.5. You know what I'm saying? And you got your new whip. You whipping that foreign. You got the foreign. And maybe you was a young dude whipping the foreign. Whipping the Beamer. Whipping the Benz. You know what I'm saying? Whipping the Audi. You know, that's a good young person starter vehicle. I mean, if your new career got you enough to get like a 7-figure vehicle, then I know you know something about clout chasing because you're going to use that car to get them chicks, and it's going to work. It's going to work. You know, it's going to work. But you know, at the end of the day, you have to kind of evaluate whether they're dating you for your worth or whether they basically just sponging off of your fame, sponging off of your dough, sponging off of your clout. Clout chasing. It didn't start yesterday and it's not going to end tomorrow. So that's what we're talking about tonight. Now, some of y'all may have chased clout before. Now, you're not going to tell me that none of the dudes that are watching this show right now have never tried to get the flyest girl just because she was the flyest girl. That might not have even been the one that you was really feeling, but you just had to have it because you was like, listen, I'm going to beat out all the rest of them. I'm going to beat them. Everybody want her, and I'm going to get her. You know, you're young, you think like that. Bryce, my dude, what up? My dude. Brian Johnson says, action speaks louder than words. You think so? Yo, Brian, honestly, I don't think so. I think words speak louder than actions. And I've compiled mad proof over the years. Words speak louder than actions. Think about it. World leaders, they talk way more than they do. Martin Luther King, what was he known for? What he did or what he said? Malcolm X, what was he known for? What he did or what he said? Because you were like, if I ask you what did Martin Luther King or Malcolm X actually do, you're going to get stumped after about 2 things, maybe three. But if I ask you what he said, you're going to be like, he said, I have a dream. And he said, I want to be judged by the content of my character, not by the color of my skin. And, you know, you're going to remember what he said. And if anybody ever promised you something, you remember what they promised you. Not necessarily all the things that they did. When somebody tells you that they love you, that shit hits, especially if that's what you was looking for. But they might prove their love in a way that doesn't feel like love. I don't know. I think words can challenge actions. For me, I stopped saying actions speak louder than words a long time ago because motherfuckers be ignoring the shit that certain people do and just concentrate on what they said. And it's a lot about that going on right now. All right, y'all. Thanks for coming through. What's that? LaFay was good. No, listen. I'm about to open up the lines, but we're not giving out no advice tonight. We're only going to be talking about the topic. I'm about to get fly on y'all tonight. No. So if you call in tonight, be ready to talk about the topic. I don't want to hear about like, yo, man, I know this girl and you know what I mean? She ain't been acting right, OG. You know what I mean? You think, what you think I should do? Oh, I just lost my job and and I've been hiding my car because I don't want it to get repossessed and I still got 2 years of payments. I don't want to know. Not tonight. Not tonight, sirs. Not tonight. Tonight, if you call in, you're going to be talking about when somebody wanted to date you, get with you, marry you, have kids with you because you had money or because you was the shit or because you could play basketball, football, baseball, hockey, something. That goes for you chicks too. That's what we talking about tonight. Oh, rainbow flags? Oh, let me show you what we do with that. Let me show you what we do with that. Bing! And slowly melt away. Oh, now we have a real caller on the line. She gonna fuck up your ability to call in. Oh, that's so sad. That's so sad. That's so sad. That's so sad.
You have a call from
Kim. What's good, Ma? How you feeling tonight? What's on your mind? What up? What up?
You are correct. I did try to block somebody's ability to call in.
Nah, they didn't call in now. He called first. Hold on. Let me see. Hold on. All right, you'll see.
You have a call from.
All right, caller with the last number is 1162. What's good? Welcome to the Daily Go Getimism Show. What's on your mind tonight?
Yeah, I was going to discuss the topic of tonight's discussion.
Okay, and what's the nice discussion?
Yes, I wanted to explain how clout chasing is innate in everyone.
Okay.
I mean, you can't just love someone for them. There has to be different factors that are playing to it, especially in a capitalist society.
Okay. Go ahead. Explain, sir. As a matter of fact, let me go get my seat. Something tells me I should be sitting down when I listen to this. So let's go. Let's rock. Go ahead. Kick it.
Yes, absolutely. So it is impossible to love someone just strictly of personality because as in the United States, you have to have the resources to complete the basic necessities such as food, shelter, and clothing. So when you're looking for a spouse, those are the attributes that you're looking for. As a female, you're looking for a provider or someone who has the characteristic traits to either protect you or stimulate dialogue. So it's not just loving them for them. Like I said, in high school, even back to kindergarten, people attract to the child who has the most resources, which is watered down, such as like the most toys or video games. So it's instilled in you, even as a little child. And when you get up to adolescent and even in high school, you're still, human beings are innately primitive, and they're going to want to associate with people who they think have a higher social status in the hierarchy ranking. This doesn't just fall with humans. It's even in the animals in the wild, the females are not going to chase the mediocre male animals that can't, protect the territory or defend the offsprings that they want to procreate. They always look for the strongest male. So in animals,
All species do that?
I'm sorry?
All species do that?
That is correct, sir.
Are you sure about that?
I'm quite sure, sir.
Okay.
And so the only reason why a woman would tend to form a relationship with a guy who's not, quote unquote, up to par is because either the physical appearance don't warrant them to get the male that they desire. There is no such thing as true love. They have both male and female have to settle for what they can.
Hold on, let me slow you down a little bit. So you're telling me that no human beings can choose a mate based on the way that person makes them feel, or like a genuine attraction to them. It has to be based on finances and taking care of them.
And your social ranking in the hierarchy of finances, the only time that a person can love another person for them is in the underbelly society. And what I mean by the underbelly society are the homeless people.
So if you make $50,000 a year, there's no way you can marry a person just because you really love them, or you can't hook up with a person because you really think that they're a good person, somebody that's interesting to you, and somebody that you would get to know. No way, huh? Because at $50,000 a year, you're nowhere near rich, but you're not poor either. So
yeah, even as say if you're chasing a woman and you really like her personality, if she doesn't have a job, you're most likely expecting for her to master like housing chores and things of that nature. She's just not going to win you over, and there's not going to be a long-term relationship just because she has such a charming personality. There has to be other attributes that needs to be added to it.
Here's the thing. You're speaking in absolutes, like there are no exceptions to this rule. And I don't see how you could say that. You don't know everybody. You haven't been everywhere. You haven't met everybody. You haven't talked to everybody. So where are you getting this point of view from?
Not a woman while he's speaking.
I'm glad I was just going to ask you what you thought about this, Kim.
Notice in the beginning I mentioned in a capitalist society. Now, obviously, in other countries where capitalism doesn't exist, then the culture is way different. Say if it's like a collectivist society, or like
in a capitalist society is much different. I don't want to say that you don't know what you're talking about, but your example just doesn't fit the bill for everybody. It doesn't even. I would say it doesn't fit the bill with most people.
Okay, so in today's society, it's not like the golden era where a man is able to provide without a woman contributing. That's an anomaly nowadays. So when you're seeking for a mate, you're expected for a woman to at least have some type of resources to contribute to the household.
So what does a woman do? And you might be able to answer this better, Kim. But what does a woman do when she makes more than most males? Because there are a lot of women out here that are in leadership positions in corporate America, and there are plenty that have their own businesses. There are plenty of them out here who are hustlers and just getting to the bag. So they may have trouble finding a man who first of all, they may not require a man to provide for them, but at least provide whatever it is that she needs. It may not be a financial thing. So
that's a very good point. In that case, it doesn't align with my talking points because that's an extreme situation.
No, it's not.
The individual
no, it's not.
Financially superior,
no, it's not. No, it's not. It's not extreme. I can name 7 off. I can name 7 off my head with phone numbers.
Sir, once the person is financially superior, they don't have to worry about the other individual contributing to the household, and that's an anomaly, sir.
It's not an anomaly.
We're talking about the top 1% who are able to hold their own without another spouse contributing to the household. But
there are levels to this.
About the average working class, a man can't. Very few men are able to provide and hold the household down without a woman contributing. So when they're going out on a date, they are asking about occupations and things of that nature. It's not just personality that's going to win them over.
All right, cool. So let's get to this. Have you ever dated a woman, a girl, or whatever? Or have you ever pursued a girl or woman or whatever because she was popular?
Yes, absolutely. But due to my physical parents not being up to par, I had a low success rate. And so that forced me to settle with
Wait. So you're saying that you went after a girl because she was popular, but you think that you failed because you weren't good looking enough?
Yes, of course, because it usually, say like in high school or college level, where financial status is not a number one priority.
Oh yeah, it depends. Wouldn't that depend on what high school you go to?
I mean, not necessarily. Usually in high school and college, you're not experiencing the real world, so that's excluded. Now, what replaces it is, say if you're like a sports athlete and you're like the leading scorer. Now that will boost your sex value because
come on, man. Come on. Hold on. Chill.
I apologize. I may have said him by laughing.
Chill.
That boosts your sex appeal.
Come on, man. Hold on. But you all over the place. Because first you saying it's about the money, and now you saying, well, you also it helps if you look good, or if you're good in sports or whatever. All of that goes to your appeal. Which one is it?
Okay, sir.
Hey, let me
I just said it's about financial means.
This can't be believable.
The real world.
This conversation can't be believable.
Hold on. Slow down, dude.
Here,
let her talk.
Okay, I'm sorry.
All right, go ahead.
So this doesn't seem realistic because God, please, and God, don't put me in a bullshit.
Is she still
and
there?
I'm not trying to be facetious when I say that, but
hello?
B.I.G. was a man. And you see the women that went after him. Like, Lil' Kim was pretty. Faith was pretty. These women were pretty, and they went after him, and that's before he had money. So,
but he was a really good rapper. So there was a certain amount of clout there.
He wasn't even rapping at the time when they was on him. Kim did that. They best around back in the day. So I'm just saying.
Well, Kim, but Faith, they met in the studio. Huh? What'd you say?
You can't be serious saying this thing about looks. You just can't be. Like, I just feel like you're trolling this conversation. I could be wrong. Forgive me if I am.
Rebuttal with
no, this is going on too much. I gotta let you go.
Oh, okay.
All right, but thanks for calling in. I appreciate you.
Oh, yep.
All right. Okay, so I'm gonna have to do this. Okay, bet. All right. No, I really do appreciate him calling in. I just can't let him dominate the whole conversation. I mean, I can't do that. Okay, Kim, you have options here. You can either piggyback over what he was saying, or we can go into what the fuck we supposed to be talking about tonight. Choice is yours.
I won't.
You want what?
I prefer not to piggyback off of what he was saying because it was insane to me.
All right,
And,
then let's talk about the topic.
About how he looks is crazy to me.
Listen.
Anyways, first of all, what's up, son? What's up, cat?
Hey, yo.
What's up, family? What's up, trolls?
I'm feeling like a real man. Shit, everything good. You know what I'm saying? I'm living my life. I'm drinking my drink. Everything is good. But
okay, let's get to the topic.
All right. So this is about in love with what they are, not who they are. So we're talking about people who are in love with titles like doctor, lawyer, actor, singer, performer, CEO, shit like that. Ball player.
Are those the only things, though?
No.
Are those the only things?
No.
Titles? Okay.
I'm just giving examples that are obvious. You know what I mean? Because it's not, a lot of times we think that, people in this social media world that we're living in, we start thinking about celebrities a lot when we start talking about clout chasing, but it's not always celebrities. It starts at the grassroots level. It could just be, the girl with the longest hair, you know what I mean? Or the dude who could run the fastest or play basketball or whatever. It starts young, people who stand out. And sometimes you don't have to do anything to stand out, but you just might be the person that stands out in ways that you don't have to self-promote. But at some point, somebody is going to want to get with you, or if you're that type of person who goes after people that way, you're going to try to get with somebody for that reason. Women have gotten pregnant behind this shit on purpose. Dudes have knocked chicks up behind this shit on purpose. You know what I'm saying? Not necessarily because they were in love with them, but because they wanted to be able to say, I have a baby by them, or I was married to them, or I'm with them. The relationship might be straight trash, but they are attracted to being able to just, say that they have this. And in some ways, and we can talk about this if you want to later on and now, in some ways, some people who are in loveless relationships and marriages, in a way, some of them are clout chasing because some of them just want to be able to say that they are married or that they have a man, or you understand what I'm saying? So the relation, exactly, it still goes along with what we're talking about. Not in love with who they are, but in love with what they are. And what they are could be whatever they represent. So that's where we are.
Okay.
Have you ever done it?
Yes.
Oh my God.
Surprise, surprise.
I am surprised. Now, how did this?
Wow.
I don't know.
I mean, I was 20 at one time and 18 and 16 at one time. So there was a level of immaturity there at some point. Okay. So let's go in my 20s. There was a guy I dated, and I dated him because it seemed like we always had fun. Like every time we were together, we had the greatest time. And then one day I realized we're not having a good time together, he and I. I'm having a good time with him and everyone else. And when it was he and I alone, I realized I don't like this dude at all.
Yeah.
He is the worst representation of himself that I've ever met, and I don't like him.
Mm.
But the whole time we were kicking it, I was like, oh my God, we have such a ball together. I just enjoy him so much. He's so funny. He makes me laugh. Oh my goodness. And it wasn't him at all. It was everybody else. But it took a minute before I recognized that. And it's because most of the times we were together, we were in groups of people. And the time we were finally by ourselves, I was like, I'm going to choke him out. So he can sleep.
But you said that he made you laugh.
But I thought it felt like he did. Because in a group of people, when everybody's talking and joking, he may pop off 2 or 3 something, but it was really a piggyback off of somebody else saying something. So it seemed like it was his joke at first, but it really never was. By ourselves, I was like, he's no fun. Like, his conversation is garbage. His jokes don't work unless he has a wingman, a starter. This dude is trash.
Do you think that maybe he was intimidated by you? Because, sometimes people are intimidated by somebody and it makes it easier for them to be in a group setting. Just like sometimes it's easier for somebody to be one-on-one instead of a group setting because, they may not be good. They may not be they may be socially awkward. You understand what I mean? So could it be that maybe in a group setting, it took some of the pressure off of him being with you because, he had to share you with everybody else. Whereas when it was just you and him, he may have felt a lot of pressure to to perform. And
Nah, there's nothing about me that presents intimidating. So no, I don't think so.
You may not feel that way, but you never know how you make another person feel. Just like another person may not know how they make you feel. But it can come out in different ways. So I'm saying all of this to say, and I can't say this for sure, you may have been dating him because he was popular or whatever, but he may have been doing that to you even on a bigger level.
I don't know. He was boring. He was no fun. So that ended quick.
But I don't understand. Like, what was it about him that made you attracted to him even in a group setting?
He was very attractive.
Okay. So okay, all right.
We were good together. We was
Okay, I got you.
He was tall, and I was like, okay. When he first approached me, I was like, okay, sir, let's see. And then we got together. After a while, I was like, he's a pretty thing, and that's it. I'm out.
Oh, so he was like a pretty car with a bad engine.
Pretty much.
Okay.
Pretty much.
All right. So, all right.
And I do believe a few of these exes, especially one in particular, I think his interest at first was because I'm light. Like, I think he didn't want to date white girls, but he liked light skin, if that makes sense.
No, I've never heard of such a thing.
Yeah,
a black dude wanting a light skin, a red. What? No.
Don't do it. Don't you do it.
Look,
because I heard you, Gary, say that bullshit word.
Listen, it might not apply to you, but it sure apply. It's applied out here.
Do it. Don't you do it.
I ain't got to do it right now.
I think that was his interest, but over time, he was like, oh, I really dig her. But I think in the beginning, that's what it was. And he loved the idea of bringing me around other people and showing off, I got this like you, blah, blah, that kind of shit. Because every now and then, some of his people would say little things that I'm like, we're going to have to have a conversation later. And I would ask him, and he always hesitated. Like, do you only like me because I'm white? And he'll pause for me. No, I just, I think you're pretty and blah. And I'm like, yep, that's what it is. I told my friends that back then. I was like, I think you only like me because I'm white.
It happens, but just because, as you know, just because you like don't mean that you pretty. So he could have.
Exactly, I know.
But just because you like doesn't mean that you're not pretty at either. So it could have been that he actually thought you were pretty, because everything light don't pass the test. Just like everything dark don't fail it.
The other side of that. I can't say much because I was attracted to him because he was chocolate. So.
But say that again?
I was attracted to him because he was chocolate. So, I mean, it's not the only reason why. Like, he was a fun person. He was funny. He was handsome. His approach was very grown to me. So I love that. And he was chocolate. He was dark. And I was like, oh, come talk to me, Daddy. So I'm just saying. But I think his approach is because I was white.
What? Oh, man. Hold on.
What?
I'm sorry. This dude in the chat, Frankie Noodles, he said, how about you, Unc? Are you still in a relationship, or have you pushed everyone away with radical misogyny?
No, he's in a relationship, Frank.
Oh, God.
Frank and I are in a relationship.
Hold on. I just think it's funny as shit. I ain't never seen a man write misogyny in the chat. This is fucking unprecedented. I ain't never heard a man use the word misogyny, except in the news. Who talks like that?
It's slightly weird, but
Oh, man. I can't.
You got some interesting trolls, I see. The new ones.
I don't even know if they trolling. You know what I'm saying? Like, they talking. I mean, normally when they trolling, they are a little bit more offensive. You know what I mean? I ain't even mad at this shit. Some of them are a little funny. Oh, man.
I wonder which one was the caller.
Oh, that was Tom. And he said,
I don't see it.
I didn't read his comment, but he said, I was just giving him some intellectual work. He said, I just gave that dude intellectual work. Yeah, you killed me, Tom. You killed me. Shit.
He said he gave you.
That's what he said. He slayed us. He fucked me up.
Well, my word. My word. He thought he said something.
By the way, like, I can have two callers on the line. If one of y'all want to call in, y'all can call in. Like, I mean, they be saying they want to call in. You know what I mean? Call in. The boy Tom, he said he wanted to call in. He wasn't playing. You know what I mean? That motherfucker called 3 times before you called in, while I was still on the drums. Like, what are you doing? It's all good. Yeah. Some cats be aggressive. They be like, a phone number? Oh, this is great. What up, JJ? What's good?
You know what that reminds me of? And I don't mean it offensively, because I like this guy. I think he's a fun person to listen to. But he kind of reminds me of Joe Pera, and I'm sure you don't know who that is. But he reminds me of Joe Pera when he was speaking. And I don't mean it in a disrespectful way.
Wasn't that the dude on Ferris Bueller's Day Off? He was like, Bueller.
Nope.
Bueller.
Nope, that's somebody different. Nope. When you get a chance, look up Joe Pera, Pera, and you'll see who I'm talking about. And he reminds me of him when he speaks. So
cool.
Yeah.
All right.
So anyway, I think I think most of us have had a moment. Like I've had like I said, immature moments where I'm attracted. You know, sometimes I find myself attracted to a voice. Like I have been in a relationship with somebody that I was just like, oh, I love to hear him talk. Like I just love to hear him speak because I have a thing about a voice and there's a word for it and I can't think of what it is right now. But there is an actual clinical word. People who are attracted to a voice.
Okay. Yeah, I believe there is a word for that. Yeah.
It is. It's a specific something. I just can't think of what it is right now. However, I don't like talking on the phone a whole lot. But in any case, and I liked him, don't get me wrong, but I really loved hearing his voice. That was the bigger part of the attraction. So I believe that can happen, but I don't think these things are too far off from us having a preference, even though a lot of times we have a preference and we don't stick to it. For example, I like a dark, tall guy, but I haven't always dated dark, tall guys. So there's that.
Well, see, the difference is.
But I have done the friend or cousin or whatever because they're dating this guy, and they're like, talk to his friend. Because I want to talk to him and he needs somebody to talk to too. So I have been that person to participate in those shenanigans as well. Like I don't even like to do like that, but all right, cousin, if you want to talk to his brother, I'll talk to him.
Okay. Well, see, it's a little different. It's a little different. The attraction to somebody because they have a talent or a job or a career or a connection to something, that's one thing. But to pursue them for that reason and to try to stay with them for that reason, that's really what we're talking about. Because the show is called In Love with What They Are, not who they are.
Yeah, that's right.
You know what I'm saying? So it's different when you are pretending to be in love with somebody because of who they are or how they make you feel or what you think of them, when in all reality, you are in love with how the world looks at them and what they think of them. And I've seen celebrities actually do this shit. Huh?
And I might need to hang up and get out of this conversation because I've never been in love or pursued anyone. So,
well, it doesn't have to apply to you, but it doesn't mean that you don't know of a situation where it did apply to somebody else. You may have sat back and watched this shit like, this is crazy. Like, she don't really love him or he don't really love her. I mean, think about, there are plenty of men out here. There are plenty of men out here who have pursued strippers. Now, why the fuck would you want to be with a stripper? You know that this chick makes her real money after the shows. You know that this chick is being pursued and touched every night by all of these dudes. And that's what you want. Because you want to be
why would a man pursue a stripper? Like, I don't understand that. Like, you want to fuck somebody who's been fucking everybody? I don't understand.
There are a lot of men who fit this bill because those strip clubs are full every fucking time they open. You know what I mean? And you got a bunch of dudes in there competing against each other, throwing money and all of that shit and all that. And they really want to be with these chicks. But that's clout for them.
But why? What is the attraction? What is the attraction?
They are attracted to what attracts everybody else. Because they know, you know what I mean? You might get with the chick and really realize that she's an airhead. You know what I mean? You might really realize how she got to where she's doing what she's doing. And it might be very unattractive. Her story might be mad unattractive. But you realize that the rest of the world don't know that. All they know is that she got a fat ass. So she knows she got this body and she just looks great to everybody else. And you proud. You proud. There are men who marry porn stars and ain't got no problem with it. And there are a lot of men who would do it. So regardless of the integrity or the value that some men, what's his name? Kevin Samuels had a lot of men thinking that they real, he had a lot of men thinking that other men really give a fuck about women having, not being promiscuous or not having a lot of kids or baby fathers or money or education or a beach body. Get the fuck out of here. The majority of men don't give a fuck about none of that.
Why were men taking advice from a nigga who's a sissy? That's all I'm just saying. He's sitting around with
because he represented the frustration that a lot of men have with women that they have not been able to get with. So everything, I wouldn't say that everything that Kevin Samuels was saying was bullshit. I just realized that he was putting on a show.
I don't give a fuck
but his followers didn't really understand that. Huh?
And it's so weird that other dudes was taking advice and hanging on every word of a nigga who, if they saw him in the street, they would try to beat him up, or some would probably try to holler. Whichever way, that nigga was a sissy. He was.
Nonetheless, he had a strong following, and I understood that. And just like there were a lot of women who followed him too and really bought into what he was saying. Not everybody considered him to be bullshit. I just know a show when I see one. That's all. You know what I mean? Like I'm like, do your thing, but I know a show when I see one. So, but my point is that a large segment of men want what all the other men want. And not necessarily, they don't necessarily want the woman. They want to look like they conquered. It's a conquest thing wrapped in attraction and all that. I mean, it's some shit. There's a lot going on with it. It's very psychological, but I mean, look, I knew dudes who was addicted to the strip club.
Yeah, I do too.
And they was addicted to tricking.
Which I don't understand. So.
Yeah, and they was addicted to tricking. It happens. It happens.
You know, when you was talking about with the other caller, Tom, when he was saying some of the stuff he was saying was so weird. When he was talking about women only pursue men who can be providers, and if a man can't provide, they don't pursue him and all that kind of stuff. He was so inaccurate for that. I hate men who try to speak for women. It's always strange to me, but whatever. That whole thing about women only pursue men who can provide for them or men with money, that's so inaccurate. Because we all know women have been with men who didn't match them financially, who didn't match them in a specific job industry, who didn't match them academically, who didn't match them on what they have, and they still got with these men. So that's, I don't know what world, I don't know where he lives or anything about him, And maybe it's just from where he's from. I don't know, under a rock on a different planet or something. Because that doesn't make sense to me. That's not accurate. Even though I know the social media streets like to put it out there that every woman, after these men who got money, and if they don't have money and can't do all this shit for them, that they don't want to be bothered. That's such a lie. That's some social media bullshit that I hear to paint a narrative that's so unrealistic. Because the average woman has had her share of men who didn't match and still loved them, still dated them, still was with them, still had children with them, still was married to them, still created a life with them.
The proof of that is child support court.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
You know what I mean? Plenty of women have pursued men that didn't have money or whatever. It didn't stop them from wanting to be with them. You know what I mean? Hey, look, you can't account for everybody's attractions or whatever. But if we talking about clout chasing, or if we're talking about, you know, liking somebody because of what they represent or whatever they do, it doesn't even, I don't even think it disqualifies you from actually liking them. It just may, you know, your intentions or your assertions might be a little bit deceptive. You know what I'm saying? Especially if it's unbalanced. No.
Intentions is a good word to use for this. Intentions. As you said it earlier, somebody who's just with somebody so they can say they're married. I know somebody in a situation like that now. I believe her race was to be married before one of her other sisters, because she felt like she would be married before her two sisters, and one beat her to the punchline. And so I think she was trying to race the next one because she didn't want to be the last one.
Lordy.
So she found a guy who married her, and to this day, I'm like, did she even like him? Because she acts like she don't like him now. And did she like him then? Because she treats him like shit. Like, for real. Every day, I'm like, he's going to cheat on her one day.
Yeah.
I just think she did it just to say she's married. To appease the church, that's one of the things. Because she didn't want people to know she was fucking before she got married. So to appease the church and look good in the eyes of the church, she rushed to get married. And then the other is she wanted to beat her sister to being married. So that's why she married him. But clearly she does not like this dude at all. Like, she treats him so bad, and we all just like, man, this, sir, when are you going to love yourself more? Because you're like a battered woman in an abusive relationship. But I think he actually loved her in the beginning. But he didn't realize he was just a pawn. So. But intention, that right there, intention.
Yeah. Let me see. Remember on Laverne and Shirley, remember Shirley used to always be talking about marrying a doctor and shit? You remember that shit? And I was thinking, you know, as a kid, I used to be thinking like, damn, so like a doctor is a big deal, huh? You know, like when you're a kid, you don't really know that shit. You know what I'm saying? You just know that you get sick or whatever, you know, you go to the doctor, he fixes it. I didn't know that was like a big ass deal until, remember that game Life? In the game Life, the doctor made more than everybody else. Hey, you thinking that the doctor made $25,000 a week and shit? Crazy.
The divorce rate between people who are doctors and in the medical field at a high level is so high because the people married, they want to get married to a doctor because it sounds like clout, it sounds like money, and they're going to have the best of everything. And sometimes those are the most miserable relationships because something doesn't connect in their brain that if I marry this doctor, they're on call a lot of times. They work long hours. They work overnight. We're probably not going to see each other that often. They have to go to conferences. They're not going to be able to spend as much family time as I want or need them to. They don't think about that. They just think of it in terms of the money, the fame, the all the good stuff that comes with it financially. But they don't stop to think about you're not going to spend a lot of time with this person. So they miss it somewhere in there. And a lot of people do that. Like people who pursue people in any kind of industry where they're going to be away from each other. They don't think about it.
Yeah.
That's why relationships don't last long. They don't work.
Well, if you're building if your foundation is weak, how can you build anything good on it? Now, I mean, at the same time, it's not how you start, it's how you finish. So you may have pursued somebody because of their title or their status or whatever. But you may have found out that they, just like you can find out that somebody really ain't shit or really is boring or really doesn't gel very well with you. You can also find out that, wow, this is like the greatest love of all. And I was really only with you because you had big titties or some shit like that. It's happened. I've known it to happen. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So I always believe that, you know, you meet a person, your attraction, your spiritual attraction binds you to a person before you even, you know, put your eyes on them. There's something more to it. That's why they call it an attraction. Like magnets don't have to see each other in order for that force to bring them together. So even though it's an inanimate object, it still applies if you apply it correctly. But yeah, so when you are shallow and you are looking at more of the material or the superficial things that somebody brings, if you really are stuck in that world, then it might work for you because that's what you think is important anyway. You know, I mean, what difference is that? What different is that? I mean, what's the difference between that and somebody who thinks being in a loveless marriage or arguing and fighting all the time with their spouse or they man or they woman is a normal thing? What's the difference? You know, when you think that everybody is doing what you do and the ones who aren't displaying what you do are just fronting, you know, you're stuck in your own world. And maybe in your own world is where you need to be. As long as you had one thing I do know about a man and a woman can do a whole lot of great shit if they pledge to keep everybody out of their shit. So you know how you hear people saying what a woman won't accept or what they won't go for, especially, you know, black women. Oh, ain't no black woman going for this, and ain't no black woman going to do that, and ain't no black woman going to take that. And I be thinking like, yeah. You want some numbers? You I got a few addresses. I could come around the way. I'll drive. I'll take you to a couple of places and broaden your horizons. The same way I've heard people say like, ain't no man gonna take care of another man's baby. I'm sorry, you only hear that bullshit. Hold on, you only hear that bullshit online. As God is my witness, right hand, because it looks like the left hand of y'all, but it's actually right hand. I've never heard a man in real life, offline, say no shit like that. Like, ain't no way I'm taking care of another man's baby. Only online do I hear that bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Because everybody likes to front online. So, but here's a good one. A man can cheat on his woman and his woman will forgive him, or she might get back, stay with him or whatever. But if a woman cheats on her man, or has a baby by somebody else, there's no way that man will ever stay with her. And I'm like, no way.
That's not true at all.
Yeah, it's not true. But when your ego gets in,
I know somebody now. She has 2 children, and neither one of them is by her husband, and it's 2 different fathers. And this man has been with her since, and he's raised both children as his.
Yeah. My point is
That's
that
not true.
My point is that people talk this way all the time. Like their example. Sometimes I think people just talking to themselves, because I know men and women who have secrets with each other, and they don't talk about certain things with their friends and families, and they're able to coexist like swingers. One thing about swinging couples, some swinging couples like everybody to know that they swing, and some of them keep that shit between themselves and they just do their thing. And because they know the scrutiny that they're going to come under if people, if people know that they swing, then they have to suffer the judgment of other people or whatever. So they just don't say shit, and they do what they do. They do what they do. But my pop was the one who put me on with that shit. Like, he always said, "Oh, listen, if you and your woman can keep your family and your friends out of your business, if you and your woman can keep your mouth shut, you'll find out that y'all can have a whole lot of shit going on." Now, on the flip side of that, that's also the way that abuse thrives and grows, and you understand what I mean? So it can be a good thing, and it can be a really negative thing too.
Well, and here's the other side of that, because some of those people are just speaking to the void in the space, the algorithm. However, you can't also say, this is the lifestyle I choose, this is what I like, and it's my business, but then complain about it, because then you're going to get the feedback from everybody. But if you mean it and you're serious and you solid 100% to it, then yeah, you do have to keep everybody out of it. Like you said, like people who swing. I know the comedian To Hear More. Like he talks about he and his wife have a poly, whatever it's called, relationship, and he's always like, people complain about it and talk crazy about it, and his thing is, the bills are paid over here. Everybody over here is happy. Everything is taken care of over here. So shut the fuck up. But I'm like, but you put it out into the universe. Mm-hmm. So you have to expect you're going to get feedback from it. So, I mean, if you don't want anybody say nothing, why did you even mention it? Why did you even share it? So now you're going to make a miserable state because you thought it was cool to share it to the world when you probably shouldn't have. Because that's expected, especially in this society, in this world of internet. So I agree. Like, if you really mean what you want about that situation, you do have to keep it to yourself. However, yes, that is a way for abuse to get involved when it's secrets like that. I mean, we all know what goes on in this house stays in this house is not always a good thing. So that's when people have to be mindful of their own situation. They should be able to discern if this is a good space for me, if it's not. And that's just up to an individual person, because of course every situation is not the same. Like, it's just not, sometimes those situations look beautiful. People are attracted to it and think it's the thing to do. Like, even now, I think that whole poly lifestyle is a popular, and I use the air quotes, a popular thing for people to do and talk about and share with the world because it's supposed to look cool for whatever reason. I don't understand it, but these new people on the planet think it's the thing to do, and they think it's cool, and that's why they got a whole TV series and reality show about it because it's supposed to be popular. But then when it goes left, everybody's crying and they're upset and they're mad and all that kind of stuff. Has anybody used a sense of discernment or any God-given sense to not get involved or do this foolishness or not to share it with the world? But it was an attraction to it. It was attractive to get involved and be one of the wives who this man is taking care of, or the man with all the wives who are taking care of him, but you didn't know this one over here would probably cut your throat and everybody else in the house. But it seemed popular to be the man with all the pretty women. And it looked cool to him, and then you got 4 women who will fuck you up in your sleep, or one who'll do it in front of your face with your eyes wide open.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. So, with all of that being said, what's the most extreme case of somebody? I don't want to say clout chasing, but I'll say this. What's the most extreme case of somebody being with somebody, being in a relationship with somebody, or marrying somebody when you know it wasn't for love or wasn't because of any genuine affection for that person?
These women who keep having these babies but they can't.
God damn. What about Future?
I think he's just nasty. I don't think those women are just like, ooh, I want to have a baby about Future. But I think he's going with Nick Cannon, who just keeps having these babies with him. I think that's extreme to me. Like, you want to be you don't even want to be his girlfriend or wife. You just want to be one of the mothers of his children so you can be part of the football team. Like, what the hell? Coach tapped me in. Like, what? Ugh.
Damn.
And it's not for love. It's not because he's going to call you his main one. He's not going to call you his girlfriend. He's not going to call you his woman. You are just a mother, one of the mothers of his children. And he doesn't even refer to Mariah like that. He just refers to them like that. You are just the mother of one of my children.
Well.
And that's it. But they sign up for it. I think that's an extreme case. Oh, and people who date, you can't even call them sugar daddies. I mean, old men. Like, you 25 and he's 97. Like, oh, gross. That's an extreme case. Those are my 2 extreme cases.
Okay. I think Kanye West was pretty extreme.
Why do you think he got with Kim? Because of the whole sex tape stuff?
I mean, even if that wasn't the reason.
It can't be because of money.
It wasn't. But even if that wasn't the reason, I don't see how. Honestly, I don't know what's wrong with these cats in the industry. But the other cats in the industry did not fall in love with Kim Kardashian. He did. Like, she meant something to him. And she ain't seem to mean shit to nobody else.
Remember, she was married to the basketball player, Chris somebody.
Was she married to him? Not married, nah.
I don't think they're married.
I think no, I think she was her first and only marriage was to Kanye.
I thought they were married for like a month or something.
Like before Kanye or after?
Before.
Oh.
Let me see. I don't really care, but I want to check.
Because she had been with she was with Reggie Bush.
Oh yeah, they were married. 2 years. Chris Humphries, that's his name.
I did not know that.
She was married to Damon Thomas for 4 years, then Chris Humphries for 2 years, then Kanye.
Damn.
He's married 3 times. Yeah.
I shows what I know. I did not know that. Wow.
I thought he was married another time to that basketball player.
Well, when did she find all of this dot time?
I mean, come on.
I'm just saying, like, all right.
Come on.
Heavy. Well, nonetheless, yeah, I don't get it. I don't get it. You know, I would think as a celebrity, sports celebrity, whatever, I would think like, yo, I want my own chick. I don't care if I gotta go to the ends of the earth. I'm gonna get my own chick that none of these cats been with. They want the one that the rest of them been with. Dudes that they know and all of that. This is weird. But hey, it is what it is.
That circle when they can talk about it, like put it out to other. Hey man, I already had her first. You know, that starts a lot of arguments. When they get started, that's what they say.
It's a legitimate argument.
Try to say something about Ray J. Ray J's comment was he didn't even need to say nothing else. I already had her. That was his flex.
I mean, he put her on the map.
Yeah, now your face, you got egg on your face because you had her and everybody else has too. But Ray J's thing is, I had her first. That's his claim to fame. So anytime somebody claps back on him, that's his response. I already had her. I had her first. And then that shuts it down. Now you got to get in a fight. But I'm just saying, so I don't understand that either. Why do you want to be with somebody been out? And that goes for the men too. Like any woman who's ran up with Nick Cannon, I'm like, girl, ugh. Future, Nick, Common, all these motherfuckers who've been around the block. And I'm not saying the everyday average dude hasn't either, but I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Like, the world doesn't know and I don't know. But if I keep meeting a bunch of chicks on the street and everybody had them, we're done. I'm good on this.
Yeah.
But you going in, they going in eyes wide open. Like there was no secret that she been throwing that box out. There's no secret. Everybody knows.
I couldn't understand. You know what I mean? Like, I was like, and none of y'all married Superhead? Cause her skills were way better than Kim.
Has she ever been married?
Corinne Stephens.
Yeah, I don't know. That's another one. There's always somebody who has dated her and we heard about, and that's another one. Like, okay, well, all right. And here, it's gonna hurt some people's feelings. But Taylor Swift is the same way. Just because she's not out here presenting like that, they think she's an all-American apple pie girl. She's just doing her box too.
I can't. Yeah, I don't understand. I don't understand that mentality. My man Tom Brown says Kanye does and says whatever he wants without the fear of being canceled. You are so wrong, sir. He worries about being canceled all the time. But you also have to understand that the motherfucker's crazy. So it's not like you're talking about somebody who is of sound mind and body. But he definitely does worry about being canceled because Kanye, his whole clout was about money. His whole worth, his whole self-worth was surrounded around the money. So when he got dropped, you know what I'm saying, and he was back to a 400 million instead of the billions. Notice you don't hear that much from Kanye no more. Mm-hmm. He was in the news all the time. He was in the celebrity news all the time when he had that billion. Or should I say when he was worth that billion. That's why all that billionaire shit is bullshit. With a stroke of a pen, You're not a billionaire no more? That means you wasn't a billionaire in the first place. You was you were a frontenaire. Let me get this dickhead out of here. Okay, bye, dickhead. You go bye. There's probably some other dickheads that I didn't see in here, but you know, they slipped through the cracks. And I can't be mad at that. They slipped through the cracks, but when I find you, you can best believe there's gonna be trouble. All right, let's let me see. Let's see what's up with the poll question. 54 votes. What we got? Have you ever dated someone because they were a somebody? Has anyone ever done that to you? Like dated you because you were a somebody? Okay. 30% said yes and yes. I was young and yeah, no. And 46%, which is the majority, says no and no. I wouldn't do that. 13% says I tried it, but it didn't work. And 11% says they tried it, but I saw it and nah. No.
14% should be higher.
You think the you think the 13% should be higher?
Mm-hmm. I tried it and it didn't work.
Well, it might make it up to 14. You know, give it a little time. Let it marinate a little bit. You know, give it time to cook. Cook. But hey, you can fall into these traps when you're young, impressionable, more susceptible to peer pressure and all of that kind of shit. But and speaking of peer pressure is not just for the young. It's not just for the teenagers. There is definitely a such thing as adult peer pressure, and a lot of adults fall right into it.
We know it's adult peer pressure. We deal with it on this show every Friday.
I wouldn't say that was peer pressure.
Oh, I would. And I'm sure Troy would agree.
I don't know. Pressure or influence?
It's definitely not influence, because neither one of us care what y'all think.
Then it's not peer pressure then. Because unless you adhere to it, then it's not peer pressure. Look,
you don't keep trying it. You keep trying it. So
I think the way I think. So I mean, that's not going to change. You know what I'm saying? And then I know what I know. That's not going to change either. So you know, but it's not no pressure. You don't have to. You don't have to feel the way I feel. It's just that it's facts over feelings when it comes to me. It's facts over feelings. Like, you can feel whatever way you want. But either the facts support it or they don't. I'm going to see the difference, but that's not peer pressure. Peer pressure is like, an example of adult peer pressure is like you were talking about with your friend wanting to get married before all of her sisters or whatever. Or what I've seen, you know, chicks get pregnant because all of their friends was having babies and they wanted to have their kids all grow up at the same with each other. What the fuck is you talking about?
It's insanity.
I mean, how about y'all all get a career at the same time? Like, oh, I got it. I mean, do something worthwhile. You know, give back to, like, fix up your communities or some shit like that. Peer pressure yourself into doing something great in this world. All having babies at the same time, getting married at the same time. I mean, that's ridiculous. So that's what I'm talking about when I say adult peer pressure. But sometimes adult peer pressure can just be getting a job. Like, yo, I'm the only one in my whole crew that's begging and borrowing all the time and don't have nothing. It's time for me to, you know, at least have some kind of viable income, you know?
No, I think that's just survival. I don't think that's survival. Peer pressure be Well, since they got those houses, I want to get a house like that too. Everybody in here has this, so I want it too. Everybody's driving this vehicle, so I need to get it too. I do know some people like that who deal with adult peer pressure. I think it's absolutely retarded, but whatever.
Yeah, I think that, well, when it comes to peer pressure, I think some peer pressure can be good. And I think that some peer pressure, well, a lot of peer pressure can be negative. I do think it has a negative connotation that's sometimes undeserved, in my opinion. Sometimes it's just not like we could do better than that. But to each his own. To each his own. But yeah, as we continue talking about in love with what they are, not who they are. There are a lot of people in loveless relationships, loveless marriages. I don't see how you can get in a relationship with somebody, have kids with them, and really not even fucking like them. That's crazy to me.
And wake up to them every day.
Hold on a second. We have another call on the line. This could very well be a troll. So
you have a call from
caller with the last number 6507. Welcome to the Daily Go Getimism Show. What's on your mind tonight? Nothing? Cool. You just wanted to see if the number worked? All right, bet. Okay. They did not speak.
You peer pressure them to fear.
Oh. And you're gonna let a man on the screen on the internet peer pressure you? Man, listen. Can't nobody tell me what to do if I can log them off. You gotta at least be face to face with me. Like I'm not fucking playing this shit. Look, anybody that I can log off from ain't even real to me. I'm like, man. Wait a minute, he's calling back again. Maybe something was wrong with his phone. Wait a minute, hold on. This is gonna be the last time, though.
You have a call from.
All right, you didn't say anything the first time. You said, okay, they're done. No more for you. Yeah. Wait a minute. Kim, you there?
Yes.
Okay, there you go. Yeah. So that's the last time. No more answers for them. No more. No more.
That's all.
Huh?
It was just a troll, that's all.
It definitely wasn't a person that was ready to be serious. I'll say that. I can't say that it was a troll because they didn't say anything. And they in the chat talking about something. Wait, that was me. I didn't hear nothing. Yeah, well, you won't hear it. Unless you hear it right here, you're not going to hear nothing again. You're done. You're done, sir. Yeah. So motherfuckers be thinking I'm a fucking joke. Like, I mean, that's the shit that be killing me about doing this shit every night. I be like, y'all really think I give a fuck about this shit? I fucks with people who like me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I fucks with people who fuck with me. Like, the rest of y'all be like, if you don't go do the two chicks in a glass thing, that's what you need to do. Eat shit and die. Well, you're not getting no advice. And I don't give out advice on this show. This ain't no advice. What do people be hearing? This is not an advice show. I'm not a counselor or even a life coach. I'm not qualified to give out advice. Even if I was, I wouldn't. Shit, I got my own shit I got to deal with. I'm giving you no damn advice. What I will do is I'll give you the good word and the good conversation and then send you on your way. But I can't tell you what to do. I don't know you, man. You don't even have a real picture on your shit.
You just gave me advice. You told me eat a dick and die. That's advice.
No, that was an order. Now, who the fuck they think I am? Ann Landers up in this motherfucker? Dear Omar. This is the Dear Omar column. Dear Omar. That's right. Ann Landers, goddamn. Dear Abby.
I thought I was bad talking about your Iron Ball back. Here you are talking about Ann Landers.
It's Throwback Thursday. Hell yeah. Ann Landers.
To understand the reference.
No, they don't know. They don't know nothing about that. You know what I mean? The millennials and Gen Z, they don't know shit about that. They ain't ready. They ain't ready for that.
Somebody said Dan Landers.
Man Landers. There you go. Man Landers. We gonna get it popping. We gonna do a Man Landers.
You need to make that one of the episodes.
Wednesday.
Right now and do it.
Wednesday is gonna be Man Landers night. You know what I mean? Man Landers.
Oh my God. I love it. Man Landers Wednesday.
Man.
When you start some shit, don't even know it.
Man.
All the shenanigans that will be had.
Yeah. Somebody else is trying to call in now, but they don't realize it's over. I'm not, you know what I mean? Y'all done fucked up. Look. Y'all little previous callers done fucked it up for everybody. For real. What up, Daryl Ford? What's good?
Enough to know how the troll program go.
Yeah, that's a wrap. You know what I'm saying? We just gonna ride the rest of this out. I'm not answering your call, sir. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna answer it on this one. Oh, I answered it on this one. See if they legit.
Ned.
Yeah.
Yo, what's up, bro?
What's good?
Yo, what's up, man? Hey, I was just calling in. I was trying to figure out what your channel is all about.
All right, well, just keep listening, and you'll see what it's all about.
Hey, I had a question on, you give advice?
No, I don't give advice. This is a self-help channel. This is a self-help channel. We just talk about life experience.
Are we talking about your life experience, or can I share mine?
Yeah, you can share yours. What's your life experience that you want to share?
Well, I'm just looking for advice on whether or not you think I should be investing in gold and silver at the moment.
Investing in gold and silver? Oh, I'm not a financial consultant, but gold always wins.
Okay. Well, I'll stick around and I'll see what's going on there.
All right, that's what's up, man. Thanks for calling.
All right, man. Hey, I support it anyway, brother.
All right. Have a good one.
Yeah, you too.
Except for all that noise he got in the background, he actually wasn't that bad. So
I think he ran out of gas. That's what that was.
You think so?
Like he probably was hyping. He ran out of gas. That's where it goes.
I'll take it. Because, motherfuckers be, they be on some bullshit for real. But yeah, motherfuckers really want advice? Like, advice?
No, they really don't want advice. Like I say, probably caught with some other shenanigans, but
I mean, you can't say that people don't want to. I mean, look, Wendy Williams got over with that shit for years.
I'm not saying people don't want advice, but I don't believe he caught in seeking advice.
Oh, me either.
I think you might have had 3 solid callers who really call for advice. Even the guy Tom, like no bullshit. Even the guy Tom, maybe he really is sincere and just trying to get some things off his chest and get a different perspective on whatever. There might be something in that.
It could be.
This may be a way of trying to get some kind of advice.
All I know is it's 4:00 in the morning. What you looking for? Like, what advice you looking for at 4 a.m.? Like, yo, is it really sheep or Sandman? Which one is it?
Yeah.
Sheep or Sandman, baby? That's what I want to know. You know what I mean? Count sheep. I mean, would that actually make you fall asleep counting sheep? Why they pick sheep?
I have never been able to do that.
It don't even sound like it would work. Shit, I fall asleep so easily. I would probably be like 1, 2.
Yeah, I tried. I started at 100. By the time I got to 97, I'm out. So
I fall asleep. I fall asleep saying my prayers. Wake back up like, damn, did I? Oh, I forget. Oh, I got to start over. Fall asleep again. You know, it's all good. All right, Kim, we gonna do these birthday shout outs and get on up out of here. We did the poll already. Well, actually, I tried it, but it didn't work. That actually went down. It's 12% now. It was 13 before.
Yes, Bryce is still Kim on the phone. You must not listen to the show often, and that's fine. You're new. You'll get it. Happy birthday.
Nah, Bryce listens all the time.
He must not listen enough that he had to ask that question.
Yeah, sometimes he got to be in and out.
Getters.
I mean, yeah. Well, good looking out, Kim. Thanks for calling in.
Have a good one.
Without a doubt.
You come out.
All right, you have a good night.
You too. Bye.
All right, y'all. We have some birthday shout outs to do. Some people were born on this glorious January 8th, and they deserve to be acknowledged. So let's go about our business of acknowledging them and making them feel special because they are special, because they are special, because they are SPECIAL. They get the RESPECT. They are SPECIAL. They get the RESPECT. They are SPECIAL. They get the RESPECT. They get number one out the box, my man Clint C. Brantley. He's definitely a go-getter. And also Malika Perez, La Loca, and also Pia Lang, Daisy Deaton, and last but not least, my homeboy going all the way back to the 7th grade, 12 years old, my man Owen Rogers. I want to say happy birthday to all of y'all, and I hope that today finds you all in good health, happiness, mind, body, soul, and spirit. And that goes out to each and every person out there born on this glorious January 8th, anywhere out there in the world, worldwide, internationally, and universally. All of y'all go ahead and turn up. But don't turn up too loud. Just turn up loud enough so everybody can hear you. Rock out, rock on and do the damn, the rock out. Rock on and do the damn, rock out. Rock on and do the damn thing. You do your thing, y'all. Represent the queens and kings. You do your thing, y'all. Represent the queens and kings. Good things happen to those who wait. Great things happen to those who grind. And anything can happen to those who go for theirs. So go hard, go for yours, and remember, hey, yo. Listen, one thing we learn from doing this program every night is that we don't all think the same. We don't all feel the same, and we don't all do the same things. Even if a lot of the things that we think, do, say, and feel may be similar. There are cultural differences even within the same communities. So I think that everybody deserves to be happy, but not everybody sees happiness in the same way. So where I may think that you should only be with somebody because of the good feelings and the good vibes that they make you feel, Other people may see it differently and feel like, shit, if they like them, I like them. If they feeling it, I'm feeling it. If they think it's great, I think it's great. Hey, if it wasn't no copycats in this world, I'm not sure if this world would exist. Think about it. A lot of people have gotten over by stealing somebody else's swag or riding somebody else's wave or being on somebody else's coattails. Hey, it is what it is. But when that enters your living rooms, your bedrooms, and even your delivery rooms, I would think that you would probably try to find a different way. But as you can clearly see, that works for some people. And there is no accounting for the bullshit. I want to thank all of y'all for coming on through. You think that I don't, but I really do. And I'm going to tell y'all one thing. We will be back tomorrow and we going to get to that back. And tomorrow we talk about music topic. Tomorrow we always have fun and there's no sorrow. Sometimes it gets a little heated, but I feel like it's good wood and it's treated. So the rain can't ever mess it up. Everything is going to be great. Gravy, yup. And I'm here and I'm going to be there again. It's tomorrow, 1 o'clock, my friend. No 2 o'clock on Fridays. Yo, 1 o'clock on Fridays. Yo, that's our day. Yo, you see me and Troy and also Kim, you know, we down and the lights get dim and we raise it up, make sure that is bright. Yo, even though we might argue, fuss and fight, it's all light because it's all love and nobody's ever going to be against this. Shove and push and make sure to mush, but don't push them all up in the face. You'll give them space. So tomorrow at 1, I'm going to see y'all and then the deed will be done. Music show tomorrow night, y'all. Peace to all my day ones, my everydays, and my brand news. I love y'all to death. Resuscitate y'all. I love y'all right back to life. We will be back tomorrow night, Friday, going into Saturday, 1 a.m. Not 2. 1 a.m. tomorrow. Not 2. 1. 1. 1. 1. So I hope to see y'all here. I'll definitely be looking for you. And it will be a music topic, and it's going to be dope. You know what? It might be a movie topic, too. You know what I'm saying? It might be. It might be. It might be. Whatever it will be dealing with entertainment. It'll be something fly. Real fly, you know what I'm saying? All right, so I'll holler at y'all later. Yo, I hope y'all enjoy listening to the show as much as I enjoy broadcasting it. Y'all know what it is. Y'all have a good night. Be safe. You know, at this time, it's either time to get up. It's either time to go to bed or it's time to go to work. Make sure you do it the right way. Holla! Scarface movie, I might consider that popular, right?